Honesty, passion, experience. It's Timberwolves Explosion, hosted on the paladinolive network. And now, your host, Paladino Joey. Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? I am your host, Paladino Joey, or Joey Awajan. Timberwolves Explosion is available on all of your favorite podcasting apps. I thank each and every one of you, once and always, for downloading and listening to the show. I'd like to say it's a great pleasure to be back on board with you once again today. It is. It's nice to be on and all that. The sun is shining, the sky's blue, all that cute stuff. It's chilly out, but it's but you got snow on the ground, white Christmas, all that good stuff. Finally, some snow on the ground. And the Timberwolves went 2-1 this past week, but it's the third game. That's probably going to be the feature presentation of this episode for so many reasons. So yeah, maybe a tiny bit of positivity at the beginning, and then we're gonna get into the reality here of losing to the Knicks 133-107.
This game is fucking horrible!
Oh, it was just wonderful. Like, it's a great game. Like, what are you complaining about? It's awesome basketball. I take it any day of the week. It's wonderful. Thursday night basketball. Karl Anthony Towns is back, and it's just so sweet and loving. Shut up. Shut up. I don't give a damn. Yeah, they lost, and they really lost. But let's talk about the the Laker game first, I guess. I don't know. Yay. 97-87. Yes, the Wolves played good defense. Very solid overall. This was last Friday. 97-87. Yes, the Lakers. Anthony Davis, 23 points this time. A lot better than the last time, as the Wolves actually contained him fairly well. Rudy Gobert with his double-double. A guy who's been playing absolutely wonderful lately is Jaden McDaniels, at least against the Lakers. How about that? 18 points, 9 rebounds, 5 steals, 2 blocks. Awesome. Very strong performance by him. Conley's kind of in and out. It is what it is. Rob Dillingham, old Dilly himself, finally returning 7 minutes and 33 seconds with 6 points. And an assist and a steal. But showing a little bit of that offense, but the Wolves generally the better team in this game. So that's the good thing. Hachimura starting, Max Christie starting, guys like that. Because a certain billionaire is busy, probably not with a foot injury, maybe a little bit. Maybe his foot's hurting a little bit, so what the heck, mention that part. Maybe something a little bit more, ominous. We'll just get off of that, though. Yeah, it is, what does it say for him? Just injury, illness, yeah, well, all right. And then Bronny James, inactive, G League on assignment, getting 30 points at one. I think he had a 30-point game in the G League, so that's a heck of a lot better than 5 or 6. So that's encouraging. D'Angelo Russell didn't even start, which is like, what the hell? 5 points, 4 rebounds. Okay. But, the Wolves win by 10 points in a it wasn't that great of a basketball game. It was a fun first quarter. After that, things kind of, not much, really. Not much to really brag about, not much to write home about. Happy they won. That's good. I mean, it's nice. I'm not brushing the Lakers off like they're nothing, but, obviously LeBron being out or whatever the heck is going on, I don't know. I think it's a major distraction behind the scenes, and I don't think it's gonna end well with the Lakers this season. I don't. I really don't, because I just don't. Sunday, the Wolves the Vikings did not play. I was not doing Purple Mafia. It's like oh yeah, the Viking game. What Viking game? It wasn't until Monday night, but they won that game. Yes, check out Purple Mafia if you'd like to. The Purple Mafia show or podcast covers the Vikings and all that cute stuff. Victor Wembanyama, I think I said it correctly. He shoots too many threes. But that's okay because he missed 6 of them. 1 of 7. They shoot you. They all shot too many threes. 24%. What are you doing? 11 of 45. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? What are you doing there, guys? I don't know. Rudy looked like a freaking idiot in this game. He looked terrible. Yeah, he had 10 points and 9 rebounds. The stats are semi-okay. But he was the number 1 guy for Shaq'tin A Fool because he's just... those misses weren't just misses. They were like fourth grade preschool level misses. What are you doing, guy? Obviously missing a dunk. Preschoolers don't do that unless it's a tiny, short rim or something. But yeah, he missed like an alley-oop type of dunk that flew off the rim really hard, kind of like in those old videos back in the day, like what is it like the greatest jams in the NBA or something? All those the classic late '80s, early '90s, Sean Kemp, all those guys, even Michael Jordan. There was that funny blooper part where a lot of guys were missing dunks. Robert Sally, John Sally, guys like that. But yeah, it was like all of them in one, and it was one player. He was the number one guy for Shaq'tin A Fool last night, and it was like, oh man, Rudy, what is up? What was that? Cam Reddish also. It wasn't against us, but it's one of the worst 3-point shots I've ever seen. That like a preschooler as well, kind of hoisting up a three. Other than that, though, Nickeil Alexander-Walker did have 17 off the bench, but he shot like dog dookie. He shot the ball 15 times. 2 of 8 from outside. Still wound up with 17, but it felt kind of forced. This wasn't a particularly great game either. The Wolves had built a lead. The Spurs made a roaring comeback, and I was cursing my head off. Well, not really. I wasn't really cursing, but I was like, oh, what is going on, guys? Come on. This was fun. We were doing great. And then we started stinking a little bit, and then we just pulled away. Okay. All right. But again, kind of a sloppy game, but at least the Timberwolves did pull away at kind of a weird score, 106-92. But the 92 is awesome, keeping them under 100 points. We'll be okay. Well, obviously the Knicks offense, we're probably not going to keep them under 100, but I think we'll be fine, right? Should be okay. I mean, we're better, right? Right? You can hear the confidence in my voice. Really, we're better. I mean, I'd like to believe that. I would love to believe we're better. Jaden McDaniels, as Trent Tucker might call him, McDaniels, 11 rebounds. Not bad. 2 of 2 from 3-point range as well. The Wolves were all over the place in this one, positives and negatives. 40% from the floor kind of sucks. 34.3 is meh at best from downtown, as we like to call it, 3-point range. But Anthony Edwards and Mike Conley were hitting them for the most part. 3 of 5 for Conley, 3 of 7 for Anthony Edwards, that guy. Naz Reid, 1 of 10 overall, and man, what happened? 0 of 4 from outside. Ooh, wow, what happened to Naz Reid? 1 of 10. What a nasty game for him. Yuck. Wolves emptied the bench with about 3 minutes remaining, and good for us. Dilly, mediocre, unfortunately. Just 1 3-point shot, and I saw it happen, and it felt good. It's not like I was, not dozing off, but like kind of like whatever. You know how you kind of miss like one little play sometimes? Yeah. But, at least he got out there, and that's good. Hopefully his minutes will continue to increase during the course of the season. Some of these guys need to frickin' play. They really do. At least he's, looks like he's becoming the 9th man, so good. At least he's like a 9th man in a 9-man rotation, but hopefully he becomes more like the sooner or later, like 6th or 7th or something soon. But 8th, I guess, at the very least. Dante is like the 8th right now, at least in this game. Only 7 points. 1 of 5 from 3-point range. Yeah, 1 of 5 from downtown or whatever I like to call it. Downtown sounds better because it's classic, Makes you think of NBA Jam or, announcing games back in the 80s and 90s, the announcers from downtown. I like that. The Wolves won the game, though. It was nice. It was a good feeling. 3 games above 500, 14-11. All right, Spurs are definitely an improving team. They're up to 500 now, and having an adult in the room named Chris Paul certainly helps. And my God, he's still averaging like almost 9 assists a game. That's pretty good. Let's be honest, that's pretty good. How many did he have in this one? 9. See? There you go. Stockton. Oh, my God, he's annoying. He looks like he's like 35, but he's like 23, I think. Oh, he's annoying. That he drives me nuts. He plays well against us about every single time. And he's like a Rodman wannabe. He's got number 10. He's got the hair color. He's annoying. But he played really well, to his credit. 17 and 15. He did play well. And you know what? To be honest, in my early days playing basketball, I was exactly the same kind of player. Like a kind of a semi-shorter power forward type of guy who could rebound the bleep out of the ball and frustrate the heck out of people defensively. Then later on, I became more of an offensive small forward type. But that's personal stuff. I don't get into that here. Dang it. No, I'm just kidding. Yes. To be fair, I was a similar type of player once upon a time in my early days, and it was fun. That's how you kind of carve out a niche sometimes, and then eventually you can, what do they call it? Hone your game and become more polished offensively. But Shaq'tin and his hustle though, heck, 7 of 10, good job. All those putbacks, 15 rebounds. So I hate your guts, but good game. So I can't even say it right. Jeremy, good game, Jeremy, number 10. Good job. I'm probably saying it wrong. Shaq'tin, I think. Yeah, well, yeah. So just respect given, even though I hate your guts. Hate playing against you or the team Timberwolves playing against you. Yeah, I would look pretty bad right now. Wolves look pretty bad too 3 days later. Thursday, I'm backing onto my chair. I don't even want to, I don't know. The first quarter was fine. Absolutely fine. The first quarter, not bad. Back and forth. Can you top this? It was fun, entertaining. 33-32, right? Everything's fine. Then you have one of the stupidest, luckiest bounces in the history of mankind where the ball wound up somehow after a missed shot by the Knicks, right? Missed shot. This is at the beginning of the second quarter. It had to be because it was 33-32 at the end of the first quarter. So, yes, it was the beginning of the second quarter. That's when everything changed. This one play is when everything just snowballed into what the F is happening here? It just felt like snap a finger. What happened? Okay, to the point. Next player misses a shot from outside, downtown, whatever you want to call it. Was it Bridges? I believe it was. My lord. Bridges somehow gets the offensive rebound. The ball bounced off about 15 players. Or was it? Yeah. Sims was the guy who had the ridiculous dunk later on. Ugh. The ball bounced off about 15 players. Somehow wound up in Mikal Bridges' hands. He put it up, gets fouled, and it goes in. And it's oh, bleep you. And next thing you know, it's 35-33. Okay, the Wolves are down by 2. That was a BS play, but things will get better. It'll be okay. Next thing you know, it's 50 after Karl-Anthony Towns hoists up a corner 3, 55-35. What just happened? What just happened? It just completely snowballed after that. That stupid 3-point play by Mikal Bridges. Or Mikal Bridges, whatever the hell you want to call it. Mikal Bridges. Good Lord. He had 29 points. Carl, 30 and 20. He pretty much had 30 and 20 in the third quarter. And, yeah, eventually it's okay, some people need to sit down, even though they didn't. Wolves were down by 35. I think we almost, I don't think we got to 40. But I remember that, just watching the score, because you're starting to, you lost, you're feigning interest, you're frustrated. Players were out there way too long on this one. I don't know what for. McDaniels, he was okay. 8 points, 6 rebounds, three assists, 2 blocks. He was kind of decent. A lot of people even though Julius got 24 points, but everybody's why can't we just get rid of this goofball? He did shoot 4 of 8 from 3-point range. That's great. 8 of 17 is okay. Anthony Edwards below average, 7 of 16. It just felt like the Nets all over again. Like Marbury coming back. Remember that? Well, maybe you don't. Lemon and tomato juice here, just so I can calm down a little bit. I need to calm down. Timberwolves explosion. Timberwolves explosion and Timberwolves implosion. Well, that second quarter was an implosion of epic proportions. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, Nickeil Alexander-Walker made all of his shots, but he was a minus 21. Rudy Gobert. I'm so happy we have Rudy Gobert, and I'm even happier that we extended him for 3 years. I'm just thrilled for games like this when we're on national television. The center of the universe, at least for one night. Preview of the NBA Finals, right? I was kind of not joking about hoping for it at the beginning of the season. Yeah, Rudy Gobert. 22 minutes, right? 22 and a half minutes. He made 1 shot, made a single free throw, missed 3 of those. 1 of 4 from the free throw line. 3 whole frickin' points. 3 points. 3. Yeah, 3 points. He was a minus 37. Oh, and by the way, remember what did I talk about a couple minutes ago? For his he was Shaq'tin A Fool #1. There's 4 players basically chosen. Cam Reddish's 3-pointer that missed by 4 feet, I think. And the Laker coach was doing that boop boop. Where you do your hands, you flip your hands real quick, what the bleep, what the bleep, what the bleep. It was kind of like that. Where you're what? Oh, Rudy, thank you, Rudy. Thanks, Rudy. Minus 37 in the game. I just, and I know that's not everything, but it tells you just how lopsided and terrible things were during those lousy 22 minutes that Rudy Gobert was on the floor. And he did virtually nothing. Not one block. Not one. In fact, he got dunked on, didn't he? Pretty badly. At least once. Rob Dillingham. All right, 5 assists. You know, chalking up some stats. Missed 3 3-pointers. 2 of 7 overall from the floor. Didn't get to the line. 4 points. But at least he got, he ran the offense, I guess, if you can call it that. Conley, 1 of 5. Just a single 3-point shot, and he was a minus 19. Anthony Edwards, 7 of 16, below average. Minus 15 in the game. I guess he could be worse. You could be Karl Anthony Towns. Or, excuse me, Karl Anthony Towns. You could be Rudy Gobert. Notice I'm not gushing about how great Karl Anthony Towns is and how cute and happy it was that he came back and, and his dad, and all these cute moments and, I don't care about that stuff. That's great. If you like that, that's great. This is Timberwolves' explosion. This isn't Karl Anthony Towns' explosion. Okay? He's not on the team anymore. I understand they didn't want to, that he didn't want to be traded. Of course he didn't. His response to the trade was ... Like, oh my God, what just happened? So no, I'm not kicking Karl Anthony Towns out of town. Pun not intended there. I'm not doing that. But at the same time, I'm not gonna just gush about Karl Anthony Towns on a night that the Timberwolves got absolutely humiliated on national television. And in a situation like this, where it's the guy's coming back, and he's gonna probably have a pretty good game. He's either gonna be flustered like all get out. There was 2 possibilities. This was brought up on Howling with Wolves, and it's oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. I was thinking the exact same thing. He's either gonna get flustered as all heck and have a terrible game, like it was at the Clipper game a few years ago, when the Wolves were trying to get in the play-in or whatever, something like that. It was a play-in type of game. Karl was terrible in that game. He's laying on the ground, hey, foul, and he was terrible in that game. Or he's going to have a great game, absolutely great game. Not 60 points or anything. Another game we lost. I still can't even believe we lost that game to the Hornets. It's ridiculous. It's the humanity of it all. Is it funny or is it stupid beyond belief? I don't know. Probably stupid beyond belief. But yeah, he had a hell of a game. Yes, he had a hell of a game. I have no ill thoughts to Karl Anthony Towns, but I do understand the situation this kind of was the opposite of what happened with Kirk Cousins. Let's be honest with that, unfortunately. But it was similar in terms of the financial situation with the team going forward, the flexibility of the team. We were going to be in the second curtain or second apron or whatever they call that, where you can't do anything. You can basically do nothing. You're pretty much strapped. You can't even, like salaries that have to match to almost like the penny or something to make a trade. That's pretty tough. So it kind of is what it is. And having Kirk Cousins on the Vikings had the Vikings to a point we couldn't add anybody either. Not because of necessarily curtains or anything like that, or aprons or whatever they call it, but just simply the fact you can't add anybody. There's no space. There's nothing you can do. No flexibility. Julius Randle comes off the books. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Love you, Jesus. Julius Randle comes off the books. If they don't give him an extension. But with the way they're running things right now, maybe they will. We got to re-sign Rudy Gobert. I'm so glad you did that. I understand you can't just get rid of everybody. That'd be kind of dumb, too. But I don't know. It does kind of feel like, obviously, yes, it's like you got rid of the wrong guy. Yeah, of course you did. But financial reasons are what they are. It's a really tough situation, bottom line. It was a tough situation. Maybe they could have made it work somehow, some way. Obviously, getting rid of Gobert would have been nice. I don't know how you're going to do that. And other than maybe if we could have just let him walk at free agency, that might have been okay. Or pull out some kind of sign and trade with somebody for something. I don't know what. For Julius Randle. Oh, there you go. Julius Randle, Karl Anthony Towns. Who knows? That probably would have worked better, actually. At least he wouldn't throw the ball at the guy's foot or something on purpose. Or foot or thighs or whatever, so he drops the ball to make a point. But one way or another, or at least Karl-Anthony Towns wouldn't intentionally get a 3-second violation for not getting the ball. And that Spurs game, the way Rudy Gobert played, is why maybe Julius Randle wouldn't be all excited about give me the damn ball, for Rudy Gobert's give me the ball type of situation there. But I don't know. This was very, it just kind of puts you in perspective of where we're at, in a lot of ways. Like, it just totally figures. Like, remember how Marbury, there's a reason why we booed the hell out of Marbury, because he was a complete a-hole, and he a-holed his way out of town on purpose. He demanded a trade, to put it in more, somewhat intelligent terms. Demanded a trade. And we booed the hell out of him when he came back, and both players shot the ball way too much, Garnett and Marbury. I didn't really like all the peace, love, happiness attitude at the beginning of the game. It's like, no, man, the guy spurned us in the worst way you possibly can. I'm not interested in you guys hugging and all that stuff. It's all fake. It's all fake. Anyway, I mean, it was like 5 minutes later, Marbury was talking bleep about Garnett anyway. You could, like about, what was it, Amari Stoudemire and Garnett. It's like comparing Michael Jordan to Mario Ellie. So, and I'm not this Garnett worshiper at all. I'm not. If you listen to this show, do I worship Garnett? No. Is he a hell of a player? Yeah. But at the same time, Michael Jordan and Mario Ellie versus Amari Stoudemire, Kevin Garnett was better than Amari Stoudemire. That's bullcrap. That's an insulting statement, no matter how you come at it. And it just shows how stupid Marbury was and what a petty a-hole he was. So, no, hugging Stephon Marbury is like, I wouldn't even touch the guy. Get away from me. I want to swat your layup into the next county. You prick. You prick. You can go bleep yourself. Like a certain New York political host would tell you. From New York in Florida now, yes. On the podcast. Yep, fun show. But we'll get off of that real quick. Yeah, but yeah, Marbury can go bleep himself after all that. But yeah, I mean, this kind of brought back those painful memories with the way the Nets came in and they beat us. It wasn't a blowout, but it was the kind of game that it fell apart and unraveled as the game came to a close. Things just kind of unraveled in the fourth quarter against the Nets. Where this one, things unraveled in the second quarter and never recovered. It was like, it's just a fatal blow in that second quarter, 41-18. Everything just went down, 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 and the Knicks kind of built on it into the 30s. In their lead in the third quarter, and the Wolves and the Knicks just kind of traded baskets in the fourth quarter. And that's kind of pretty much what that was. Like, get them the heck out of there. I thought a lot of those players were out there way too long. Whether it's Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, who gets hurt all the time. He gets hurt sometimes. But, Anthony Edwards, all guys like that, get them out of there. Why are they still playing in a 35-point game in the fourth quarter? You're not going to see the comeback of the century here. Just get them out of there. I don't care if they want to play. Sit down. Just sit down. The last thing we need is some people getting hurt, in a situation like that. Just kind of guys messing around, maybe some young rookie trying to make the dunk of the century, and then somehow they roll on your ankle or something, and next thing you know, you're out forever. So, or knee or whatever. So you don't want to even imagine that kind of nonsense. Freak things happen. Yeah, and there's a Sims dunk. I'm just seeing it. That was that just Dillingham all by himself under the basket? Poor guy. I think that was Dilly. No, that was nobody, basically. But yeah, it was the dunk it was a pretty heck of a dunk. Sims is from Minnesota, by the way. I'm sure you're all happy to hear that. It's wonderful. No, good for you, Jericho Sims. I mean, whatever. Nice play. Yeah, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Second round pick by the Knicks. Late in the second round, very late. But he's there. He went to Texas. Nobody stays here. Nobody. Seems like poor Gophers. Nobody stays here. Yep. It's just guys like maybe drawing straws. Oh, you got the short one. You get to go to the Gophers. Yeah, it's kind of what Minnesota basketball feels like in a lot of ways. And then you have one really, really good year, and then the next year, damn it, just like in 03-04, the next year 04-05 was just a big bleeping disappointment. And it's just all you can say. And in this case, it was the weirdest start ever, trading away easily your second best player, like 1A, 1B, whatever guy, who did not want to be traded, didn't even think about it. So, I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth on this, but at the same time, he's not here. The peace, love, happiness stuff is annoying. And that's all a lot of podcasts locally were saying. Well, not all of them, but a lot of the younger people here, that's kind of all they talk about is, oh, I'm so happy for Carl. Well, I'm not happy when we're getting crushed, okay? I'm not happy when we're getting crushed on national television. I'm not happy at all. It's just, I'm not in the mood for like, oh, I'm so happy for him and oh, love, love, love. Get out of here with that nonsense. I think I made my point. The Lone Wolf Award for this episode, Jaden McDaniels, I thought he played better than he has most of the year. I thought he had a very strong week. Not great in every game, but he's showing encouraging signs. Put it that way. It's kind of like, he showed encouraging signs. Anthony Edwards has not been that spectacular at all lately. I think he's been below average for his standards. He's below his standards, bottom line. So why the heck would I give him an award for it? Randall, I don't want to give him anything right now. Gobert, oof, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, the Johnny Flynn Memorial is Rudy Gobert by a mile. I mean, what the hell, dude? You wind up being the Shaq'tin A Fool, the number one guy, and it was for absolutely legitimate reason. Shaq already likes to make fun of you as it is, but holy cow, did you give him material in that Spurs game? And that's a game we won. And then this one, this, you attempt one. That's not even trying. And I know the offense might not have been the best either, but at the same time, the offense around it might not have been great either. But I don't know. It just feels like it was just an absolute nightmare from the get-go in this one. But especially in that second and third quarter. Like, Rudy Gobert was just kind of out there, and that's it. How many rebounds did he get? 4? Like, he could have gotten more than that. And I know the Knicks weren't missing anything in those third and fourth quarters, but still. The Wolves shot 46% in this game. Isn't that weird? What did the Knicks share? 51.5. Well, still, you're still going to get some rebounds. I mean, geez. 44.4 from downtown. Yeah, well, Karl Anthony Towns made all 5 of his threes. 10 of 12. Karl Anthony Towns only attempted 12 shots in the game. It's one of those Karl Anthony Towns specials. I still remember those. But the 20 rebounds, he can rebound and everything, but he didn't do that a whole lot. It just kind of figures, But, okay, I've talked about this game for about forever, about 15 minutes plus in just this game. But, obviously it's an insane frustration. It's very sad. It's sad, very sad at the end of the day. And, I guess all you can do is pick up the pieces and hope there's something here. There's a pulse going forward with players like Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert. Oh, man. And you had to extend them. You just had to. At least it's cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper. Sure, more flexibility going forward, I guess. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, he's not going to get better. Rudy Gobert's not going to get better. He's on the down. He's on the downtrend, folks. He's not going to get better. So that's the disappointing part. We'll see what magic Tim Connolly has if he's the president of basketball a year or two from now to try to right the ship here, because obviously, clearly, this is not the final roster if you're going to win a championship, because you're dreaming if you think it is at this point. And I'm an idiot for, I feel like a complete idiot for predicting them to do that earlier in the year. But I guess we all were pretty optimistic, generally speaking. At the same time, a lot of people sad to see Carl go. And yes, it's sad, but it is what it is. Now that I've twisted myself in 15 different places, we're going to move on. I'm going to take a quick break and preview the upcoming 3 games. And we are back here on Timberwolves Explosion. Segment number 2, previous segment. How do we pick up the pieces and go forward? I don't know. We just do it. The only way to do it is to bleeping do it, I guess. Golden State Warriors in Target Center, so hopefully that's a positive thing. Saturday night, that's nice. Saturday nights are fun, rather than like 3 in the afternoon or something. I'm not a big fan. Oh yeah, we're playing on Christmas Day. That's right. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, how can I remember with all the stuff that's happened since, the start of the season, the Carl trade, and then the ups and downs, mostly frustrating beyond belief, and then, oh yeah, we're playing so much better now. Here we go. Oh, and then we got our butts handed to us again. What's going on with this stupid team? I have no idea, folks. I have no idea. But the Warriors also started off the year like, aha, we're back. Yeah, get the heck out of here, you sons of biscuits. Go away. Go. Yep, just go. We don't want to ever see you win another championship again. Just go. Ugh. Except for, I'm sure, Reese Pedretti probably wouldn't mind seeing them win again. And God bless you, Reese Pedretti coming in out of, that would be Pumpa. Reese coming out of Brisbane, Australia. And, of course, Vince Germano out of Melbourne, Australia. Big Lakers fan, of course, but Timberwolves are number 2 on the list because of Luke Longley. They loved Luke Longley, and it's, Minnesota's always going to have a little bit of love from Australia, thankfully, because of, Luke Longley being the first Australian in the NBA. And, if you guys, and of course, Tanae Brown out of New Zealand, similar area, not the same country, but similar area in the down under part of the world, as they call it. Arguably not arguably, the coolest people on the planet. Not arguably, it's just a stone cold fact. They're the coolest people on the planet. Benzo from the Bronx, yeah, but I look forward to hear from him coming up. Yep, that was a painful game. So Golden State, Atlanta, and Dallas. Now that I've gone on and on here, the what is it, Mr. Young, basically. It's like a Young, the two different pieces of where that Young and Luka trade. Yeah, the two different teams there years ago now. Golden State Warriors, Atlanta, and then we go on the road to Atlanta and to Dallas. Not sure how those are going to go. I don't know. I hope this doesn't snowball into like a 15-game losing streak or something ridiculous. Oh, but we'll get a high draft pick. Well, maybe. I don't even know what we have anymore. Do we even have a pick this year? Moses Moody is making me moody. Well, he's got a knee injury apparently. December the 10th. Thank you very much. Joe Ingles with the Solus situation, unfortunately. But part of it's probably just making him inactive, but you get the idea. He probably does have a Solus. But he ain't Solus literally. No, just an injury. Sorry. So Golden State has lost 3 in a row, which is wonderful. Thank you. I love it. Wow. Memphis. What the heck is going on? Anyhow, that's the most recent one. They lost a close one to Houston. That was in the Cup, I believe, still. Houston. And then the Dallas Mavericks scored 143 on Golden State. The Warriors did stay within 10. Good for them, right? And then you go to Memphis, and they give up 144 and only score 93. So I don't feel as bad after that. Okay, now I still feel bad. That was terrible. The Wolves had been playing pretty well, though, like 4 wins, 2 wins, 6-2 in our last 8 after that 4-game losing streak. Ugh, that was awful. Yep, the Wolves and Warriors split, blah, blah, blah. Then they get later on, most recently on the 19th here, just yesterday, the Memphis Grizzlies had the Golden State Warriors for din-din. They just ate them right up. Andrew Wiggins, 19 points. Brandon Podmetsky wound up on the, too. He was putting up like I don't know what he was trying to do there. He wound up on the Shaq'tin A Fool, also kind of faking a shot and missing by a couple feet from the corner. It's a great shot. It's great. Anyhow, the comparisons, the Warriors are 13th in points, Wolves are 21st, Warriors 3rd in rebounding, Wolves are 25th. 25th in rebounds. Yep, I mean, that's one of the big reasons we're not good, because if you don't have the ball, you can't score. If you can't score, you can't win. You just can't. And stuff. And the other team's getting the rebound, they're going to score. You know what I mean? Eventually, they're going to score. Wolves and Warriors are tied at 37.2 from three-point range, so we should be winning the championship this year then, right? No. Turnovers, Wolves are 21st, Warriors 12th. Assist to turnover, 21st of the Wolves still, and 7th with the Warriors. Block shots, the Wolves are 21st. What's up with this 21? What, are we trying to be Garnett here? Come on. It's all 21, 21st and everything. Block shots, the Warriors are 14th. The Warriors are 6th in steals. The Wolves are 12th. And I always have fun when the Wizards and Warriors play each other because that's an old Nintendo game, the Wizards and Warriors. And then Dan Barrero kind of makes fun of the whole political side, the Sharks and the Jets. So you have the Sharks and the Jets in the NHL. So there you go, Sharks versus Jets. I believe I would be Shark, yes. Figure that one out on your own. Wizards and Warriors, I'd be a Warrior, yes. Not because I like Golden State at all, just physically. Anyhow, yes, because I'm a Warrior. I'm not really into Magic, not a whole lot. The Wolves win this game. They get their head out of somewhere, and they win. The Warriors are playing like crap. The Wolves score 120. The Warriors wind up with, I think the Wolves win by, can I say this? Is it okay? No, they're not. Yeah, I wanted to say 120-99. Let's be realistic with the way the Wolves defense has been up and down this year. I don't know. Maybe they will get focused. Okay, 120-99. I'm going to be optimistic. 120-99. Aren't I a nice guy after all the stuff I said with the Knicks game? Aren't I nice? 120-99. Leading scorer is, of course, this one, Anthony Edwards gets to 30. Okay, because he usually plays pretty well against Golden State. Next case. Got it all mixed up here. I'm actually scared to death of playing Memphis if they're they're actually good again. And, that guy is so cocky. I hate him. I didn't look at the Warriors stats a whole lot. I'll just go real quick. Yeah, Curry, 22 points. We're happy for you. Yeah, but you can tell he's not the same, and I'm glad. It's about time. About 41% from outside. Andrew Wiggins, 45% three-point range. Wow. He's having a pretty good year. Almost 18 points a game. He's hitting his threes, Andrew Wiggins, so that's interesting. But he held 42.3. Because, when you think about the Warriors, what do you think about? Threes. It gets old, but, if Andrew Wiggins is making 45, that's interesting because, I don't know. I guess he did have some good stretches from outside back in the day, even with the Wolves. But that quickly would fade. It's like, okay, never mind. It was nice while it lasted. Okay, well, the Wolves will beat the Warriors. Dallas Mavericks. I don't even want. No, it should be Atlanta next. This is wrong. Where's Atlanta? Atlanta's next, right? Yeah, Atlanta's next. My bad. Atlanta's on Monday, December 23rd, the last game before Christmas. I will not call it the holiday. I will call it Christmas because December the 25th is Christmas. It's not the holiday. Okay? Is that okay? That's not being politically incorrect for you? 12 assists a game for Trae Young. Holy crap. 21 points. Not leading him in rebounds or anything, as that's Jalen Johnson. The Hawks are 7th in points, 4th in rebounds. Wow. 23rd in three-point percentage, 3rd in assists per game, 24th in turnovers. Assist-to-turnover ratio, 14th. Block shots, 11th, and 2nd in the league in steals. 10 a game. That's pretty good. Trae Young's averaging 1.3 steals. Jalen Johnson, 1.4. But the guy who's leading the way, Dyson Daniels, double D himself, 2.9 steals a game. Wow, that's pretty good. Not quite a 3-and-D guy because he's averaging just under 30% from three-point range. That's not real good. Back in the day, that'd be okay. Not anymore. Clint Capella averaging just under a double-double, 10 points, 9.4 assists, only one block. 1.2 for Jalen Johnson of the Hawks. Not a good matchup, generally speaking. They're 500 on the season. The Wolves almost always lose in Atlanta. Can I be optimistic, or are we just going to suck this week again? Because I don't think we're going to win the next game. I don't think so. You heard the way I reacted at that one. Kobe Buffkin, shoulder, December 18th. Yanka Okwangwu, a while back, knee. That's at December 18th. I don't know if it's serious then. Cody Zeller, personal, as of November the 7th. What the heck? What's up with all this personal stuff? Interesting, isn't it? Everybody's got something going on. Jeez. Maybe I should take personal leave, too. Disappear forever like people do all the time at work. Yeah, I'm just not feeling up to it. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to disappear for a month. Well, I feel better. Oh, but I'm out again tomorrow. Sorry. Yep. That's just, you know what I mean? This world's getting upside down in so many ways. Now I'm going on other rants. Hawks Most recently, they are 2-3 in their last 5, including getting walloped by the Denver Nuggets on December the 8th, 141-111. Yep, see, there's such a big gap in between some of these games because of that stupid NBA Cup. I'm already done with it. Can we just not do that? Can we just cancel that? I don't like it. It's dumb. Yeah, like look at the gap. December 8th. This is December 20th here, folks. That was only 4 games ago. But they got walloped by 30 in that one. Epic battle versus the Spurs. Dominique Wilkins did play for the Spurs for a year, so whatever. Like a Dominique game, I guess. 133-126. Yep. I like the Hawks. I always have. I don't necessarily like the current players all that much. Trae Young, I like him a little bit. He's not my favorite. Capella's he's my favorite Hawk, Clint Capella. I mean, I talk about him all the time. Who would I rather have, Clint Capella or Rudy Gobert? Clint Capella. At his price and all that, I'd have Clint Capella today. I remember that was the rumor at the time. Get Clint Capella. No, of course not. We just can't do that. It's against the rules. 50.8 from the floor, huh? 50.8. Clint Capella. Let's see. Let's see something really fast. Oh, what happened? What happened? Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. That's why. That's what messed it all up. Stupid. That's what messed it all up. I get it now. Okay, well, Atlanta. I think the Wolves were gonna. I don't know. I don't like the way we play this Hawks team historically. What's the season series? I know the Wolves are split with the Warriors right now. We play the Hawks on December the 23rd and then Monday, January the 27th. Okay. Why did I do that? What do we do with the? What are we going to do with the Hawks here? I think we're gonna. I don't think we're going to win the game at the end of the day. I don't know. Let's see. Rudy Gobert. Okay, his field goal percentage is really high. Never mind. But it doesn't look like it. But I suppose all of his shots are next to the basket. He still manages to miss them. Okay, off that point, real quickly, the Wolves will not beat the Hawks because we just don't for some reason, especially when we're over there. And if they do, great. I'm glad you proved me wrong, and I'm keep it up. Keep it up. You know, I'm not being sarcastic. I think it'd be wonderful if we beat the Hawks. But I'm going to predict the Hawks to win 114-112. It's going to be a close, frustrating game. Anthony Edwards with 35 in his homecoming once again, as he's going to have at least one a year. Well, yeah, one a year in Atlanta. It's only one time. 35 in Atlanta, but the Wolves do not win the basketball game, unfortunately. Dallas Mavericks upcoming. Yeah, I don't know. This is an absolute prove me wrong type of game because we don't beat Dallas for some reason. I remember being a bit worried going into that conference final. I wasn't cocky about it. Like, we got this. No, I wasn't cocky at all. How can I be? The Mavericks started pretty mediocre as well. Now they're 17-10. They're playing better. Luka Doncic always has something on the injury report. Kyrie Irving's hurt about as much as he breathes. Brandon Williams' thumb. Irving shoulder. And Luka Doncic heel. So it's always like the last day or so with these two guys. There's always something on the injury report with Luka and Kyrie Irving. But, well, they got to the NBA Finals. Dallas Mavericks won way back on October 29th, 120-114. Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy holidays. But Merry Christmas especially on December the 25th. It's okay to say Christmas on December the 25th at the very least, if you want to be so PC about it. Wednesday, January 22nd is the final game, and it's in Dallas also. Of course, this one's in Dallas. And the Wolves will not win the game. Damn it. Nope. I wish we could, but we're not. 3-2 in our last 5, including the Mavericks' last 5. The Wolves are 3-2 also. 137-101 demolition of Washington. Impressive. They beat the Warriors by 10, and they lost to the Clippers recently. 118-95, probably because they're whining about injuries. Probably. Because that's what they do best there. Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, but I'll hit that shot and you can't guard me. Oh, I'm so great. Oh, but I'm hurt though. Oh, I can't walk. Oh, I made the shot. I'm so great. Oh, shut up, Luka. Get out of my face. Good player, but he's annoying. Oof. He's annoying. 35.5 from downtown, 29 points a game, 8.5 rebounds, 8 assists, so on and so forth. Kyrie Irving's actually played 4 more games than Luka. Luka's played 20. Kyrie has played 24. 24 points a game, almost 47% from three-point range. Wow. Well, we can talk all the bleep we want about Kyrie, but man, he's good. Oof. Wow. 5.5 assists. Man, he's good. The assists aren't necessarily what are making him good. The 3-point percentage, 24 points a game, and he's pretty good over 30. Klay Thompson is closer to being Klay Thompson again, 38.3, way better than last year. Overall points per game, 14.3. He's he's like the third leading scorer on that club. P.J. Washington, who can hit those corner threes, especially against us, you son of a biscuit. Gafford hasn't shot a single three all year, and that's fine. He's a nice shot blocking big man who can rebound a little bit. I like Gafford. P.J. Washington, man, yeah, he's a good player. I wouldn't mind having him here. Probably not going to happen, though. Let's see, 6'7", yeah, kind of a small power forward. I don't know. Power forward, small forward, power forward. That's what he is, I'd say. Who can hit that corner three pretty well. Mavericks win the basketball game. Final score, 122-111. 11-point victory by the Dallas Mavericks. And the leading scorer is Julius the Juice Randle in his another homecoming, whatever, in Dallas. On Christmas Day, the Juice gets 28, but the Wolves do not win the game. We lose by 11 on Christmas Day at the end of the day. Dallas obviously has their interesting hidden things in their logo. You can see the M on the horse's forehead. There's a D in there somewhere. I think I can see it. But yeah, the M, that's like the Mavericks, obviously. So it's kind of cool how they do that stuff. They have those little hidden messages in the logos. Nothing cryptic and evil, but just it's M for Maverick unless it's for something else. But I don't know, Mayhem or something. I don't know. Or Minotaur. I don't know. Yeah, Minotaurs aren't good. No, it's a horse. It's okay. We'll go with that for now. But the Mavericks win by 11 until they prove us wrong. Because a lot of us are probably not all that confident going into this one. So with that, I'll get off my little soapbox for a minute, come back and hear from you guys out there. Are you looking for a really nice Timberwolves-related Facebook page out there with cool fans and a wonderful host? Well, look no further than Wolfpack from Flip to Finch, hosted by Scott Doherty. He does a great job. Scott Doherty's an awesome guy, and the fan base on there, obviously passionate about the Wolves, but also respectful of other people's opinions regarding the team. Check out the page. It's awesome. Wolfpack from Flip to Finch. And we are back here on Timberwolves Explosion, fan interaction segment. And real quick, I agree with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has been talking about how the NBA All-Star Weekend should just go back to East-West. And that's it. I agree. 1,000%. And I wish the players would show a teeny bit of effort. I understand you don't want to get hurt and there's too much at stake and you're getting paid $38 million a year. The last thing we need is somebody to have like a hangnail and be out for 5 months. But, well, let's get off of that. Kevin Durant, I agree, and I salute you. He's flashing on the screen right now in silence, but they showed all the East-West uniforms, him wearing one years ago. Yeah, I believe he's in the West, right, at the time? Yeah. Western Conference, yes, I do want the East-West All-Star Game to return, and a lot of this other stuff, it's I don't know, it's kind of weird. So, yes, I would just like the classic Patrick Ewing and Michael Jordan against Malone and Peyton and all those guys. Remember those days? Hakeem Olajuwon. It'll never be like that again, will it? That was so good. There were some great games, man. I miss those days so much. I'm almost getting like teary-eyed thinking about that. Considering where we're at today in comparison. Like, you cannot compare. You just can't. T-Wolves EX, at T-Wolves EX, there is still at Wolves Explosion. It does still exist. If you want to follow that one, you're more than welcome to. I should tweet from that one more often than I have. Tanae tried to email me something. I don't know. It didn't get there for some reason. It's paladinolive@yahoo.com, but it's not there. I don't know if it was like a voice message. Hopefully you can still get it to me somehow. paladinolive@yahoo.com. I'll have to play it on the next episode, but believe me, all this, if it's like Knicks related, Wolves Knicks related, oh, it'll still be fresh on my mind. So don't worry. It's not like, oh, that's old news. It's, and no emotion on it now. It's old. No, it's going to still be fresh in my mind. This is the kind of game that sticks with you for a while. Like, did you notice I still have some feelings about that Wolves-Nets game all those years ago? Barnett and Marbury aren't playing basketball anymore, and I still, you still kind of, like, man, that was a tough one. That was bullcrap. So, how far back are we? Wow, yeah, there's a bit of interaction this time, and that's good. That's awesome. Where did everything go? Okay, so the most recent episode was retweeted by Tanae and Levi from New Zealand and Vinrock Vince Germano from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you guys so much. It's not posting real well. It's just like open Spotify. I don't know what's going on. When I try to share episodes on Twitter Post X, it looks stupid. It's just a little line, and that's it. It doesn't show what it used to. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I don't know. It still works, I guess. I don't think it's helping the show at all. Thank you very much. Oh, and I'm suspended on Facebook for something I have no idea. It just happened not that long ago. I don't know what happened, but I'm suspended on Facebook for some reason. I don't know if they think I have a fake profile or what. Is it coming back? Nope, it's not. Same crap. Yeah, because they wanted me to take a picture of myself, to prove I'm real. So, well, I'm real, so hopefully it'll come back. So the Facebook page is kaput. So anybody wondering why I no longer exist on Facebook, that's what's going on. The account still exists, and hopefully I can prove I'm real, because I'm real. Okay, Tanae Brown. December 6th. I must have gone backwards. I'll read it anyway. Well, missed a lot of shots and still run them off the floor. Yep, Edwards to Rudy connection was awesome in the fourth. Yep, I read that last week. Yep, sorry. What happened here? Up 13th. Clang 3. Yep. Missed layup. Airball. How on earth are the Wolves winning this game? Awful game of basketball. This one. Yep, this is Tanae again. Yeah, so true. There was some... was that the Laker game? I think it was. That was awful. That was a bad game. Yes. That was a terrible game. So this is updated. Yes. Oh, that was a terrible game. I think I responded too. Yes. That was a pretty low quality game to say the least. It feels like that's what kind of season this is, at least so far. Yeah. That Laker game was terrible, yeah. At least they won, but the Lakers were not even there. Who are we talking about? Ant. Yeah, I was saying the guy can't shoot a freaking lick. This is against the Spurs. Tanae was saying, I think he looks injured. He got his leg caught on the court against the Lakers and just started really forcing shots. Same again today. And I was saying, it looks painful. I think you're right. Tanae says, why even put Randall and Edwards back in? They've been awful. Let them sit on the bench. Yeah, that was during that Spurs run. Yep. Thankfully, things got better, but still, I was saying, Suckin drives me nuts. Rodman wannabe. Yep, we'll continue. Next, sorry, I don't like pausing like this. It's rude. I'm sorry. Tanae says, Jaden McDaniels playing with confidence is a bright spot for me this past week. Yeah, he's been great, hasn't he? He wound up getting the award. I was saying he really needed it. Yeah, they really needed it. Yep. It's tough when he has those rough games, yeah. But, yeah, really good thoughts there. What was I saying? Very interesting. Yeah, here we go. This is a very interesting piece of history that I definitely did not know about. It was right away. What do I mean? Oh, yeah, it was right away that the Lakers, Minneapolis Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers. So Dan Minnesota, who likes to post about Minnesota sports history, and sometimes it's a calamity, but sometimes it's good stuff too, like Twins winning the World Series or whatever, but, the North Star's moving, the Lakers moving. On this date, this is December 17th, Minnesota sports history 1961. After leaving for Los Angeles in 1960, the Lakers returned to Minneapolis for the first time to play a neutral site game versus the Pistons at the Minneapolis Auditorium. The Lakers won 122-116. Hashtag Wolves back. Hashtag NBA newspapers and all that. So, pretty cool. Wow. So they played in the Minneapolis Auditorium. And that's what I was talking about. It was right away how the Lakers came back to Minneapolis just a year later. Isn't that the darndest thing? It's pretty wild. Just 1 year, and man, that's an old picture. Woo! You can hardly tell what's going on. It's so old. There's old days. Minneapolis Auditorium. Oh, man. would have been interesting to be there. But 1961, man, that is back in the day, you know. That is way back in the day. Hopeless Wolves fan. Here we go. Yep, but I was asking, I put out the, what do they call it? The bat signal. Like thoughts on the Wolves and Knicks and the Wolves all of this past week and such. Hopeless Wolves fan says, I think they're starting to buy into an identity. However, they got to win a 115 to 110 game. Feel the Wolves need this win tonight more than the Knicks. We need that validation. And yeah, and then we show up like that. But Towns is either going to pop off for 40-15 or we'll see the Towns we wanted to trade away. Ha, like meaning he fall on his face. I wish he did. Frankly, just for the sake of the Wolves winning anyway. It's not like I want him to fail, but against us, yes. And he says, well, I was close, 30-18 at the end of the third, and the Wolves are going to fold after this. So many question marks inside and out. And I was saying, well, you definitely nailed it. This is horrifying in all honesty. And Benzo out of the Bronx says, yes, this is a Nightmare on Elm massacre. Yep, it really was. Yep, hope to hear from you more, Benzo. I missed you, man. I missed you a lot. Yep, Tanay had sent you an email, mate, and I was saying, I'm not seeing it. Where'd you send it? And he said the Paladino Live one. I don't know if it was Yahoo or what, but I checked both the Yahoo and the Gmail, and there's nothing there. But Yahoo's the primary one. I don't know what happened, but unfortunately, it's kind of lack of communication at the time. I think when he sent the email, I was about to go, or when I saw the tweet, I was going to bed, I believe, because we're obviously on the other side of the planet. And then when he responded, I hadn't gotten up yet, because it was like 4 hours later. And, yeah, unfortunately. And then probably by the time I got back to him, he was going to bed. So, bugga, as they say down there. Bugga. Paladinolive at yahoo.com. But there's nothing there, unfortunately. Definitely bugga. I'd like to hear what you have to say if that's still possible today. Yep, Wolves fan was responding. I think, I went on some kind of rant. Let's see, what was it? Okay, Hopeless Wolves fan says, I just want to see some type of attitude from anybody. I was saying this might be the most gutless performance in the history of the franchise. It's definitely on the Mount Rushmore. And then Hopeless Wolves fan says 100. Yep. We got a lemon says, please understand pod, Minnesota sports. Yep. We got a lemon. Yeah, I was, yep. Hopeless Wolves fan was saying, how does Donnie DiVincenzo not even take that layup? Seriously, a WTF, dude. Open transition 3 and he kicks out to Rob? Dude. I was saying, I'm not a fan of the guy. I was coming into the season, but he's lost me. I've ripped him pretty hard on the show more than once. Please understand pod says, we got a lemon. Yep. I think, there's a little bit more. Okay, yeah, the Paladino Live one. Uh-oh. Yep, he was saying, okay, yes, hopefully you do. Hopeless Wolfstand says, can't wait to listen to some awesome pod takes tomorrow. I was saying, are you a listener of the Timberwolves Explosion podcast? He says, I am not. I will give it a go. Okay, so some of you are just on Twitter, but don't listen to the show yet. But hopefully, Hopeless Wolves fan, if you're listening, hey, how's it going? I hope you're enjoying it. I hope I wasn't too milquetoast, or because I know Hopeless Wolves fan is a lot more like. See, I figured he would probably appreciate this show more, because I am not a cheerleader. I'm gonna go after the team and players that I need to go after at the time. And a lot of fans have left the show over the years because of that. He's too negative. No, I'm not. I'm honest. And that's just how it is. He just posted something new, not to me, but yep. But I'll read it anyway. Wolves front office must make a move, or probably two. They're going to lose Ant's interest and any chemistry that is left, even during a good stretch. They still don't have any glue. Yep, that's a good thought there. I like that. Yep, I mean, something has to happen, and I think a lot of people would like to see Julius Randle gone. And, of course, I wish Rudy Gobert, too, somehow, some way. It has to be a way somehow. Shaq'tin A Fool. That might even be the title of this episode. I was thinking about that even last night after seeing what I saw, both the game and the Rudy Gobert, that Spurs game. Yeah, because I remember how bad it was. But then it's just my mind was completely gone, thinking about the next game. And at least we beat the Spurs. It was okay. You don't have to get too upset, even though it was boring and frustrating watching the guy play like that. But with that said, thank you so much for listening. Hope you're still a listener. Hope we get some new listeners as well. And it'd be great. We will talk to you soon. Take care. And God bless. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa.